Did you know that a borrowed tool once fell into a river? And instead of sinking, it floated? Let me tell you the story of Elisha and the floating axe head. Welcome to Bible Stories and Tales, where we share inspiring stories from the Bible to grow your faith. These stories remind us that God cares about every detail of our lives, even the small things we may think don't matter. Long ago, there was a prophet named Elisha. He was a servant of God and a leader among the prophets. Many young men followed him, learning how to serve God faithfully. They lived together and grew in wisdom and faith. One day, the place where they stayed became too small for all of them. So they decided to build a bigger place near the Jordan River. They asked Elisha for permission and he agreed. He even chose to go with them. Together, they went to the river, ready to work, cutting down trees and preparing materials for their new home. Everything was going well. The men were working hard, united, and full of purpose. As one of the men was cutting down a tree, something unexpected happened. The iron axe head suddenly flew off the handle and fell straight into the river. The water was deep, and the current was strong. The man panicked. "Oh no, my master!" he cried out. It was borrowed. This was not just any tool. It belonged to someone else. Losing it meant more than inconvenience. It meant responsibility, shame, and possibly debt. The man felt helpless. There was no way he could retrieve it on his own. What could he do? Elisha heard the man's cry and came to him. "Where did it fall?" Elisha asked. The man pointed to the spot in the water. Without hesitation, Elisha cut a stick and threw it into the exact place where the axe head had sunk. Then something incredible happened. The iron axe head, which should have remained at the bottom of the river, began to rise. Slowly, it floated to the surface of the water. The impossible had just happened. Iron does not float, but by the power of God it did. Elisha then said, "Lift it out." The man reached out his hand and picked up the axe head. What was lost was restored. What seemed impossible became possible. God had performed a miracle, not for a king, not for a great army, but for a simple man in need. This moment showed something powerful. God cares about the everyday struggles of his people. Nothing is too small for him. This story teaches us that God is concerned about every part of our lives, even the small problems we face daily. When we feel helpless, when something is lost, or when we don't know what to do, we can turn to God. It also reminds us to be responsible and honest, just like the man who admitted the axe was borrowed. And most importantly, it shows that God can make a way even when there seems to be none. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe for more Bible stories. Share this message with someone who needs encouragement today. And always remember, nothing is too small for God to care about. God bless you.